Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to move over here so the beam of light isn't in the middle of my face. How are you all doing? It's so good to see so many familiar faces and some new faces as well. Welcome to the womb room. This is prenatal class. Prenatal, and my name is Jess. I'm a yoga therapist and a doula. So I work with people all along their reproductive health journey from, wanting to have a better period or to understand their menstrual cycle, all the way through pregnancy, conception, postpartum, and birth, of course. So it is wonderful to be here with all of you. This class is meant for you. It's meant for you to feel good in your bodies, for you to feel good in your minds, and for you to feel a little stronger, a little more relaxed, to feel a little more at ease. So as we move through class tonight, I invite you all to do what feels right for your body right now. So it might be something different than what you've done before or what you've needed before. So if it feels like you want to take a break or you want to make it a little more challenging, do what feels right for your body today. You don't have to meet any sort of standard outside of what you need right now. And before we get to moving, I would love to hear from some of you, like, your name, your how many weeks pregnant you are, and anything you need from today's class. Why did you come? What do you need to leave class with? Just let me know, and it'll also help me build this class so that it suits you, the people who are here.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaliyah. This is my first time in the class. I really wanted to do prenatal yoga. This is my first time doing prenatal yoga while I'm pregnant. I'm 26 weeks pregnant, and I've been having like a lot of pelvic pain. I'm in physical therapy for it, but I've been wanting to do like stretches to help me with it. So hopefully this helps.
Yeah, pelvic pain is awful. I'm sorry you're going through it. Can you tell me where in your pelvis you're feeling discomfort?
My vagina.
Like inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Some people say pelvic and they mean like low belly. So, oh, I'm so sorry you're experiencing that. So, hopefully today's class will feel good and do what feels good, skip what doesn't. You know what that is for you, okay? All right. Anybody else want to share?
Hi, I'm Caroline. This is also my first prenatal yoga class. I'm 9 weeks pregnant, and I'm really just looking to sort of learn more about how I need to alter workouts to be safe during pregnancy and sort of learning what it's all about.
Cool. Yeah, I'll kind of narrate a little bit of why we're doing what we're doing and why it's beneficial for the pregnant body.
Thank you.
Sure.
So I'm Amy and I'm happy to be back. I love this class. But last time I came, I had gestational diabetes diagnosis. But since then, and so I'm supposed to do activity. I've been running the whole pregnancy and yoga, etc. But then I just recently got swelling-induced carpal tunnel, so it's hard to use my hands. And I broke my goddamn baby toe. It's like the pregnancy is mocking me right now. So my hands and feet, I can't really totally use. I don't know what I'm going to do today, but I'm going to try my best to participate as much as I can.
Have a chair nearby so you can use it to help you balance, like the back of a chair,
Yeah.
And then when we do like hands and knees or anything on our hands, just go to your elbows.
Okay, sounds good.
You're going through it right now.
Yeah, I'm 37 weeks, so home stretch. We can do anything for 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Just a few more weeks. And it's funny, my birth doula client, she was 37 weeks yesterday when we chatted. So you guys are right on the same page. Birth babies, birth buddies. Anybody else want to share? You don't have to. It's just open if you'd like to.
Yeah, hey, I'm Beth. Oh, sorry, Sophia, were you gonna go?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. My name's Beth. I am about 8.5 weeks pregnant. My 21st. I haven't been feeling that great and I've been super tired, so I haven't been able to exercise as much. I've been trying to walk, but it's really hot, so it makes me feel even more crappy. And so I'm just trying to find a way to move and feel fit. I think, you know, I haven't really felt comfortable with the way my body is changing over the last couple of weeks. So I thought it'd be a good way to kind of recenter myself there as my exercise habits are having to change.
Yeah. The body changes a lot really, really fast, and it can feel challenging, overwhelming, confusing, other things as well. So as we move through class today, I encourage you to like, and I'll name this too, but like bring your hands to different parts of your body and just give yourself affection. Like your body is doing something incredible, and it has to change for you to change into becoming a parent. Yeah. And feeling nauseous. Anytime our head is below our heart or our stomach, we might feel uncomfortable. So you can always just come up to like parallel to the floor or a little bit higher, and that should help with the nausea. Yeah, that's also another challenging part of pregnancy. Pregnancy is tricky.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Sophia, did you want to go?
Yes, I'll go next. So I'm 29 weeks now. And I have done it with you, but I think I was always late, never joined in the beginning of the session. And one thing that I would say I had the worst experience so far for me was a thrombosed hemorrhoid, which I developed. It's been now 3 weeks probably. I've recovered, but the experience was so horrible. And I searched the internet for everything, and I read that even yoga can help either for prevention, or there are certain poses that supposedly can help, like pelvic floor exercises, I think. But that's something that would be helpful to me, even though I've recovered, hopefully to not get another one, because you know everybody says that's something that you can get again and get again after birth as well. So it's been new kind for me, new experience. So I'm just looking forward to getting more flexible and preparing my body for the birth. So that's what I'm looking to get out of the yoga sessions.
Awesome. I'm glad you're here, Sophia. And we can definitely do some pelvic floor postures and exploration. I love working with the pelvic floor. That's like my jam. It's actually why I got into working with postpartum people, was because I love the pelvic floor. It's so cool. Anyway.
Sure. Thank you.
I'm happy to address that a little bit. Anything else? I know we're like hitting a lot of really good points with this conversation. I like it.
I'm Ariel. I'm almost 38 weeks. And I've been coming to this class a lot. And I think what I get most out of it is just the de-stressing. That's really good. But this past week, I've been feeling like I've been having a little pain in my pelvis, just like in my joints on my hips and stuff. And I think I'm just getting like a little looser, some things changing like that, but I'm getting close.
Maybe getting heavier, getting in position, like trying to make their way down there. Like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. Okay. Nice. Exciting. Anybody else? Okay. Well, go ahead and grab 2 pillows or 2 blankets that you can fold up and use as pillows. And we'll start this class the way we always do, laying on our left side. And I'm going to spotlight my screen so that it's the center, so that you don't feel like anybody is looking at you if that makes you uncomfortable. So go ahead and take the pillows. You'll lay on your left side. Let me see if this is high enough. So you'll lay on your left side, and Take one pillow underneath your head and one pillow. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm having a little technical difficulty. Hold on. So one pillow between your thighs and one pillow underneath your head laying on your left side. Thanks for your patience, y'all. I'm going to lift up this computer. There we go. You still can't see my head. All right, I think that should be good. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Let's see if it worked. For the most part, you can see most of my head. All right, so laying on your left side, just start to relax into this position. Maybe you take your right hand to your baby. Maybe you let your right hand or arm rest on the floor. There's no real right way to do this. Just let it feel comfortable. Let it feel restorative. And let your breath move. Take notice of the places your body is resting on the floor. Just noticing that place of connection. And noticing the places in your body that rise and expand as you breathe in. As you're ready, you can keep your eyes closed or open them if that feels good for you. And reach your right arm just in front of you, so it's kind of stretching out. And then let your arm take a little circle overhead and then back behind you. And then return back overhead and then in front. So you're taking this nice half circle, taking a little stretch and mobility in your right shoulder. Couple more rounds. And then the next time your right arm comes behind you, maybe you let it connect to the floor. You can always shift your pillow a little bit. Make sure that there's a lot of space here for baby. So if your knees are up close, let your knees come a little bit away. You might feel a little twist in your lower back. That's totally fine. Just pausing here for a moment. And then as you're ready, rolling back to your side. And you're going to either roll all the way over to your right side, or you can do what I'm doing and sit up and just put your head at the other end of your mat so that you're still facing the screen. You don't totally need to do that because we're just going to do the same thing we did on the other side. But if you want to, you can do that. I'm just taking a moment to pause here. Maybe connecting to baby. Softening your jaw. The corners of your eyes. And as you're ready, reaching your left arm in front of you. And then take it in that big half circle overhead, behind, And then back around. Taking these half circles. And just letting them feel good. Just warming up your shoulder joints. This is one of my favorite movements to do. My shoulders are a place that I hold a lot of tension in, and you might also feel that way. If you hold your tension in your jaw or your forehead, go ahead and also invite those places to soften. Then the next time your left arm goes behind you, take that little twist. Adjust your pillow, adjust your hips. And again, just let this feel good. So much of our lives, we are striving or trying to meet goals, trying to be productive, purposeful. But in this class, I invite you to make it your mantra, your intention, that all you have to do is breathe. All you have to do right here, right now, and really at any time is breathe. All you have to do is breathe. Whenever you're ready, rolling back over. Gently shifting up into an easy seat, take your time. Take one of the pillows and sit on it so that your hips are a little bit elevated, so that your knees feel like they can come down toward the floor. If you're still like this, take another pillow under your hips, prop your hips up even higher. With your hands on your knees, start to take some circles with your spine. Let your shoulders kind of shimmy and move. Good. And then go the other direction. Gently settling back in the middle, give your shoulders just a couple rolls. Head and neck. Take a sigh. And as you're ready, you'll bring your left hand by your left side and start to lean over to the left, but push the floor so that your shoulder comes away from your ear. Right arm reaches to your right side. Take a breath in, reach up and take a side bend over. Exhale, bend your elbow and imagine like you're putting something in your armpit to hold it in close and pull your elbow towards your waist. So breathing in, take a side bend and stretch. And then pull your elbow in, feeling the muscles in your armpit and in the place just below your shoulder blade, start to engage. So what we're doing here is we're strengthening these muscles of the middle back. And this is really valuable in pregnancy because in postpartum, while holding baby, while feeding baby, carrying and comforting baby, these muscles get stretched and they feel pain from being overly stretched. And so this just brings them into feeling a little bit stronger and a little bit more capable of all that shoulder work they're gonna do and after birth, whenever that is for you. Just one more lift. And then pulling in. And then as you're ready, reach both arms up, take a big lift with your chin, scoop your hands behind the back of your head, widen your elbows, and think about lifting everything from your sternum through your ribs and up and open in your throat. Take a breath here. A sigh. Coming back to center, connect your right hand to the floor and push the floor away from you. Reaching your left arm out to your side, taking a breath in, nice big side body bend. And then exhale, bend your elbow, draw it in toward your waist, feeling these muscles in your side body and in your back contract, engage. Breathing in for the stretch, exhale for the engagement. It should feel like a little bit of warmth or a little bit of strength building as you pull in. Try to let it be Let it feel strong. About 4 more, letting it be fluid if you can. Breath out. 1 more, breath in. Breath out, pulling it in. Breathing in, reach both arms up, big lift in your front body. And then as you exhale, pull your elbows out into a cactus shape, goalposts. If your chest is really lifted forward, draw it in so your ribs and shoulders are just on top of your pelvis. Good, take a breath in, squeeze your shoulder blades together, like you're trying to press your elbows to the wall behind you. And then exhale, bring your forearms parallel. So breathing in and breathing out. So again, we're strengthening the muscles of our chest and our shoulders. So this can be really important because during pregnancy, our abdominals are stretching. And after pregnancy, we tend to have weakness in our abdominals. And it's not like a bad kind of weakness. It's just something that happens. It's a normal part of pregnancy and birth, right? But strengthening our shoulders can feel really good because our shoulders end up doing a lot of work for our bodies after birth. So we're just preparing for that now. Just 2 more. If this feels harder than you expected, that's good. It feels harder for me than I would imagine. And then shake it off. Shake it out, yeah. Nice. We're gonna make our way to hands and knees. So find your way onto hands and knees on your mat. I'm just gonna grab a sip of water. And if you find that your wrists are uncomfortable, you can come down onto your elbows. You can also come onto fists. So you make a fist with your thumb out like this. And then just let your knuckles rest on the floor. If your knees are sensitive, take a blanket under them or something. Give yourself a cushion. Lots of options here. We'll take a couple cat cows. Breathe in, tilt your tailbone up. Let baby drop down, lift your chest. Exhale, curve the other direction. Take a couple more here, just lifting and lowering. Feeling space in each direction. If you yawn or sigh, that just means that your body is relaxing. Settling right back in the middle. Take a little shift, a little wiggle. Widen your fingers and press your hands down so you feel your chest kind of lift away from the floor. Hug your baby up to your heart so you have a strong core. You can do it. Nice. All right, you're gonna go ahead and slide your right foot back. Let it be really long here. Take a pause, press your hands into the ground, and start to lift your right leg, just so it's parallel to the floor. It doesn't have to be too high. Take a breath in and a breath out. Start to bend your right knee so your toes point up. And then exhale, right knee towards your right elbow. They don't have to touch. Breathe in, lift your right knee. Breathe out, pull your right knee. So here we're strengthening the glutes and we're strengthening the hip flexors, just very subtly. This is valuable because as our pelvises shift during pregnancy and our bodies get more loose and prepared for birth, we can get aches and pains because of that instability. So bringing strength can help alleviate those aches and pains. Good, just 1 more. Breathing in, lifting up. And then as you're ready, you're gonna drop your belly, lift your chin, lift your knee a little higher to the curve. And then exhale, curve the other direction. Knee hugs into your arm. Breathe in and breathe out. So before we were really still in our back body. And now we're moving it a little bigger. And we're pulling our back into this movement as well. Good. 1 more breath in, 1 more breath out. Extend your right leg back, press your heel down, get a little calf stretch. And then as you're ready, you're going to open up to a side plank. Drop your right heel down, reach your right arm up. Getting a little taller and a little longer here. Maybe you stay here, hugging your baby up to your heart. Maybe you start to lift your right leg. Whatever works for you, you can always keep your right foot down. I'm going to keep my right foot down today. That just feels better for my body. Take a breath in, a breath out. Lowering your right hand, lowering your right knee, and take a seat. Roll out your wrists. We'll do the other side. I just want to give your wrists, your elbows, whatever you're on, a break. And then come back to it. Press your hands down, feel your chest get buoyant away from the floor. Hug your baby up to your heart, and when you're ready, you're going to slide your left toes back. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. Press down and lift your left leg, nice and parallel to the floor. When you're ready, start to bend your left knee. Toes point up. Take a breath in. Exhale, left knee towards your arm. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, pulling in. And try to keep your back, your belly really stable. We'll break that stability in favor of mobility in a moment. Good. Nice. Just one more. And then as you exhale, curve your spine. And as you breathe in, arch your back. Letting it be a little more exaggerated, a little more fluid. One more. And then extend your left leg back, tap your toes down, press your left heel back, getting a calf stretch. And as you're ready, drop your left heel, spiral open to the left, left arm high, side plank here. Again, you can stay like this. And if you're staying like this, push down through your right hand, your right knee, and your left foot. If you want to lift up through your left leg, go ahead and do that. Find what feels good here. It doesn't have to be what you did on the other side. Like for me, lifting here on this side actually feels better. So I'm going to do this. The other side felt better with my leg down. Keep hugging baby to heart. Take one more breath. A breath out. And lower your left hand and knee. Widen your knees apart. Toes come towards each other. So you make this nice little pocket here for baby. Walk your hands forward and take a child's pose. Breathing into your back ribs. Taking 2 more breaths here. As you're ready, you're going to come into a downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your bottom up and back. And again, if your wrists are tender and they don't feel good, you can come onto your elbows. Or if this feels like a lot, because this is a really intense pose, come down onto your knees and let your chest lower. So you're still getting this little stretch in your back body with your elbows down. Wherever you are, wherever you are. Taking a moment to just check in with your breath. To check in with your intention. Maybe it was all you have to do is breathe. Maybe it was something else. You are always welcome to pick your own intention. Taking one more breath here. And as you're ready, walk your hands and feet towards each other, finding a forward fold, letting your feet be nice and wide so baby can rest between your thighs. And then let your upper body hang. If you find you're looking forward with your eyes, let your eyes and nose point to the back. Give your neck some relaxation there. Relax your shoulders if you can. And if you find that you're feeling a little dizzy, nauseous, heartburn, anything at all, blood pressure stuff going on, just lift up halfway, hands on your legs, lift your chest, look forward. So that you still can get a hamstring stretch, but you're not overdoing it. You're not pushing yourself in a way that doesn't feel right for you. Wherever you are, take 2 more breaths. And slowly, slowly, soft bend in your knees, come all the way up to standing. Good. Shake it out a bit. And you'll step to the top of your mat. I'm going to turn this just a little bit. So you won't see my feet as much, but I feel like it's better you can see my head. Okay, take a breath in. You're going to reach your arms all the way up. Take a little lift, a little back bend. Bring your hands to touch and draw them right to your chest. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, you're going to bend your knees, sit your hips back like you're sitting in a chair. So if you're sitting like this, push your bottom back. If you're sitting like this, pull your ribs down just a little bit and reach your bottom back a little more. Nice adjustments, everybody. Take a breath here, a breath out. Balancing your weight into your right foot. Lift just your left heel, just the heel. Keep your toes connected. Good. You can stay like this if you feel wobbly. If you feel like you can balance a little bit better, you might start to lift your left knee up. If you're wobbly, it's okay. It's totally normal. Maybe start to cross your left knee over your right. And just squeeze your inner thighs together a little bit. And as you exhale, see if you can lift your baby up and see if you can also engage your pelvic floor on the exhale as you're squeezing your inner thighs together. Take one more breath. Breath out, squeeze one more time. Breath in, lift your left knee. And on your exhale, step your left foot back nice and slow. Coming into a high lunge. Left heel is lifted, right knee bends forward. Reach your arms forward parallel, elbows bent. And then open up, lift your chest, wide elbows. Cactus shape, we did this at the beginning. Exhale, lean forward. Breathe in, reach up. We're gonna add something to this. Exhale, forward. Breathe in, lift up, and bend your left knee. Exhale, straighten your left knee, lean forward. Arms come to parallel. Inhale, bend left knee, arms back. Just 2 more of these. You don't have to bend your left knee very much. You could just bend it a little bit. 1 more, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe in, drop your left heel, open to your warrior 2 legs. So arms reach front to back. Right knee bends forward. Let me see if I can do these. I feel like you can't see my legs very well. My partner also teaches yoga, so we've got like yoga mats galore. All right. That might be a little bit better, maybe not. If your shoulders are feeling tense, you can take your hands to baby and just connect with them here. And if baby is still really small, if you're at the very beginning of your pregnancy, let your belly soften into your hands. You might feel a little bloated or constipated in the beginning of pregnancy. And it can feel really uncomfortable or weird. You might feel nauseous. So just giving some love to this area that really a whole lot of changes are occurring quite quickly. You can rub it, you can just hold it still, but let your belly be soft. Take a sigh. Bend a little more into your right knee. And breathe in, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend your right knee. Breath in, straighten. Breath out, bend your right knee, right elbow to your right thigh, left arm high. Inhale, straighten your right knee, lift your right arm. Exhale, right elbow to right knee as you bend right knee. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and connect. Inhale, straighten and lift. Finding this really nice windmill shape. Let your arms and your shoulders be kind of floppy, kind of imagining like a ballet dancer and how their arms are always really loose looking, right? Very controlled and loose. Good. Next time you connect right elbow and right thigh, pause. And start to sweep your left hand to your lower back. And just kind of use it as a little bit of a leverage to lift your chest, creating a little stretch right here. Lift your chin a little bit, create some space in your throat. Take a breath in, a breath out. Releasing your left arm, reach it high. And as you're ready, you'll slowly turn downward. Right and left hands come inside of your right foot and lift your left heel, lowering your left knee. So you're coming into this low lunge and start to circle your hips around. Go the other direction. And then settling right back in the middle. You're gonna walk your hands up your right thigh, pausing for a moment. Have these nice 90-degree angles in your knees. You'll press down through your left knee, and you should feel your tailbone kind of tilt down and your belly lift. Just feeling a little engagement in your back body, a little lift in your front body. My dog wants to come in through the cat door. Buddy, you won't fit there. Scoop your hands behind your low back, reach your knuckles together, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your heart. Take a breath in, lift your chin. A breath out. One more breath in, a breath out. And you can stay like this, or maybe you start to let your hips come down a little bit. See what feels right for you. You don't have to do this. You could stay up. Find what feels good. One more breath. A breath out. Good. As you're ready, release your hands inside your right foot one more time. And this time, your right foot is going to reach back. We'll find our side plank again. Drop your right heel, lift your right arm. So we've been here before. Option to stay here. See what it would be like to lift your right leg. If you're lifting your right leg, hug your baby up to your heart, getting nice and steady through your center. One more breath here. A breath out. Gently draw right hand and knee to the floor. Toes come towards each other, hips to heels. Find a child's pose. You can always take your pillows under your chest. Taking 2 more breaths here. And as you're ready, finding your downward facing dog, take your time. Again, if down dog doesn't feel right for you, maybe you take your elbows down or elbows and knees down. Find what works. Take one more big breath here. A breath out. And as you're ready, gently make your way up to a forward fold. Take your time. Feet are a little wider. Knees are having a soft bend. Take another wide breath in. A breath out. And slowly walk your hands up your legs, coming all the way up to standing. Shake it out a little bit. And you'll find your way to the top of your mat again. So I'm going to switch to this side so that when we open up into the warriors, you can still see me. Feet are under your hips. Breath in, arms reach up nice and tall. Hands come to touch, and then all the way down to your chest. Drop your hips back like you're sitting in a chair. Baby hugs up to your heart, nice and tall. A breath in, a breath out. Putting more weight into your left foot, start to lift your right heel. Option to stay here. Always can stay here or grab a wall or a chair. Excuse me. And you'll start to, if you'd like, lift your right knee up, balancing on one foot. Pause for a moment. Baby is hugging up to heart, and maybe you cross your right leg over your left. Squeezing your inner thighs together, get nice and steady there. Take a breath in. Exhale, hug baby up. Feel your pelvic floor engage a little bit as well. Take another breath in, a breath out. Breathing in, right knee comes up. And as you're ready, right foot super slow, no rush here. Step your right foot back. High lunge. Right heel is super high. Lean forward into your left knee. Take a breath in. Big sigh. Reaching your arms forward, big breath in. Exhale, bend your right knee, bring your arms down by your sides. Breathe in, reach up, straighten right leg. Exhale, pull down. Couple more like this. Let it be really fluid, almost like your fingertips are painting strokes of paint on the wall and floor in front of you. Really fluid here. Let it feel good. This movement is less linear or rigid than the movement we did on the other side. So notice what that feels like for your body. One more breath in. Breath out. Breath in, reaching forward. Draw your hands to your heart, exhale. As you breathe in next, open to warrior two. Drop your right heel down. Bend your left knee forward. Again, take your hands to your belly. And this time, instead of rubbing or letting your belly kind of be soft here, just let your belly be soft and take this triangle shape with your fingers. So thumb tips to touch, first fingertips to touch, and take it just around where your baby is, a little bit below your belly button. Holding this shape here, this is called Trimurti Mudra. It's the gesture of downward movement, of reproductive health and digestive health. Softening your breath and noticing what it's like to be still here. What it's like to maybe be a little bit uncomfortable. Being able to be uncomfortable in a bodily sensation is a really important prep for labor. Taking one more breath in, breath out. Breathe in, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend it. You know where we're going, breathing in, breathing out. Next time you breathe in, let your left arm come up. Next time you breathe out, left elbow to left thigh. Finding your windmill here. Fluid, easeful, yet strong and steady. So as you prepare for birth, beginning to consider how you can do the things that are hard in your body, what it's like to stay with an uncomfortable sensation, and knowing that you can handle it, but also knowing there are options for you, right? There are pain coping mechanisms that are both medical, like an epidural, right? But there's also things like touch, breath, meditation, aromatherapy. Those things can also help you if you don't want to have medication for your labor. And either way you decide to labor is totally fine. Good, a couple more. Good, one more to lift. Somebody just came into the Zoom room. Class is almost over. Good, and then you'll slowly windmill your hands all the way down. Bring your hands inside your left foot, lift your right heel, begin to drop your right knee. Taking a couple of hip circles here. Take your time, let it feel good. This was one of my favorite positions in labor. I was in a tub and I was just rocking around on hands and knees and in this low lunge. It was really, really helpful in helping my son descend all the way down. And this is how I birthed him. It's pretty cool. When you're ready, you're gonna come up onto your left knee, hands to your thigh, give your shoulders a roll. Press down through your right knee, feel your glutes engage, your baby lift, feeling nice and sturdy through the middle. Take a breath in, reach all the way up. Take a big lift here. And as you're ready, bring your hands behind your back, clasp your knuckles, opposite thumb on top, and draw your knuckles down, lifting your heart. Stay for another breath. You might even imagine your left foot is trying to magnetize to your right leg, and that might help you feel a little more stable. You can stay like this, or maybe you start to lower your hips a little bit. See what feels good for you. 2 more breaths. Good, and very slowly release your hands, bring them back to the inside of your left foot. Draw your left foot back. We're going into side plank again. Left heel drops, left arm lifts. You can pause here, maybe lift your left foot. Find what feels good, 2 more breaths. Slowly drop your left foot, left hand, and find a child's pose for a few moments. Toes towards each other, chest down. Feeling your body for a moment. Feeling your breath. One more big breath here. Breath out. Gently lift your chest. Come all the way onto your seat, maybe taking those pillows under your bottom, and just let both of your legs extend into a big V. Take a couple leans, a couple hip swivels. Let your toes kind of flop side to side. I know you can't see my toes. And then coming right back to center, roll your shoulders, your head and neck, and then take a nice forward fold here. Let your upper body come down, your head to rest. If you find your shoulders are kind of coming up to your ears, let your shoulders relax a little bit away. Maybe even take a bend or an extra softness in your elbows, and that should help to relax your shoulders a little bit. About 5 more breaths here. One more wide breath in. A breath out. And gently walk your hands back to your body. Draw your knees towards you. And as you're ready, you'll find your way into a final rest. So your rest can be whatever you want it to be tonight. I invite you to let it be comfortable, let it feel good. Maybe you lay on your couch. Maybe you go lay in your bed. I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock on a Thursday. I think that's a totally reasonable bedtime for pregnant people, for parents. Find what feels good. Maybe you lay on your left side like we did at the beginning of class. If you like to sit upright and that feels good for you, go ahead and do that. Allowing yourself to settle into being maybe a little bit more comfortable. Letting your jaw relax a little bit. Sighing, swallowing. I invite you to begin to notice your breath if you haven't been already. Noticing how your breath comes into your body and how it leaves. And as you notice the movement of your breath, begin to also notice the spaces between. The space between inhale and exhale. Between exhale and inhale. Maybe one pause is longer or shorter than the other. And that's totally fine. That's totally normal. Just noticing what those pauses are and that they're there. You can stay here with your breath, or maybe you come to your body. Are there any spaces between your body and the floor? Maybe your arm and your waist, or your neck and your shoulder. Maybe there's space between your ankle and the floor. Noticing if there's a sensation there in that space between. Between your top teeth and your bottom teeth. Between your eyebrows. And maybe you begin to hold, noticing the spaces in your breath, and hold, noticing the spaces in your body, in your felt sense. Maybe you add noticing the space between in your life. The space between who you were before pregnancy and who you're going to be after. This space between of kind of a parent and almost a parent. And holding yourself there in this space between, where you are not who you were and not yet who you're going to be. If there's a place in your body that is asking for comfort or tenderness, I invite you to bring a hand to that place, wherever it is. And let it be a kind of firm touch. beginning to widen your breath. Taking a little more air in for each inhale, letting it go for each exhale. A little more air in, and let it go a little bit slower. Taking any movements, wiggles, stretches you want to take. Things and movements that feel good for you. And gently making your way up to an easy seat. Oops. Take your time. And as you settle into your seat, go ahead and take one hand to your heart and one to your womb and bow your head to both of them. I'll end with some words from Britta Bushnell from her book, Transformed by Birth. When we enter the world of birth, we step across from the threshold of the mundane to the sacred. Pregnancy and birth are the space between worlds, a liminal space, a space where you are no longer a parent and not yet one either. This betwixt and between is a sacred place within which powerful and profound events occur. Taking a breath into the center of you and giving it back. Thank you all so much for coming tonight. It was so wonderful breathing and being with all of you. If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask, come off mute. And before you head out, I'm teaching a free class called Yoga for Labor. And so it's all about different ways that yoga can help support your labor and birth, from non-attachment to specific birth plans, to knowing your body a little bit better, to pain coping mechanisms, and a couple other things. So it'll be really fun. It's free. It's kind of like an intro to a deeper course I'm doing, but I would love to see some of you there. It's on Saturday, August 14th, and find me on Instagram if you want to register. Jess Gruber Yoga. That's it.
What did you say the Instagram was?
Jess Gruber. Jess, Gruber, Yoga. Jess Gruber.
Okay.
You know.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. This every Thursday, right?
Yeah, every Thursday.
Okay. Thank
I'm so glad you came.
Yeah, it helped a lot. When I was doing a little circular, I don't know the one, but I felt it all, and it felt so good doing it.
Pelvic circles every day. I swear by it. Pelvic circles every day. Just like this group, like you're making breakfast, like, you know. That's how it is at my house.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it was so nice to meet you, Aaliyah. Bye.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, Talisha. Bye, Chelsea.
Bye.
Good to see you all.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pulling up my Instagram now. Hold on.
Okay.
Sure for it. Sorry, I had to get my phone.
I know. It's like, how are you going to remember anything when your brain doesn't work anymore? I mean, that's
Exactly.
how I felt during pregnancy. I was like, wait, how am I supposed to do anything but just be pregnant?
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm ready. I'm sorry. What was it again?
Jess, Jess,
Uh-huh.
Gruber, Gruber,
GRU.
Ber,
EER?
B like boy.
Oh, Gruber. Yeah.
Yeah. Yoga.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye, Caroline. It was nice to meet you. Congrats. Bye, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Bye.